Here are some oil pastel techniques. So the first one is that I'm going to show you is called varying your pressure or using a gradient. So if I was to press hard with my oil pastel, I'm sorry, press light, I'm not pressing hard, that would be light. And you can see that there's a lot of kind of like white specks that show through. Pressing a little bit harder, you still get some white specks, but not quite as much. If I press really hard, which is heavy, those white specks seem to go away. And then there's burnish, and burnish means you kind of put different layers on it. So I start off light, and I can put another layer of it on. And I'm not necessarily pressing harder, but it just helps to fill it in, and it kind of makes a little bit of a scale where it goes from light to dark, or from lighter pressure to darker pressure. I don't have baby oil right now, so I'll show you that one later. Now I'm going to show you graffito. So graffito is kind of fun. So there's two ways I'm going to show it to you right now. So the first one is I'm going to draw heavy, and I'm going to draw nice and thick. And then I'm going to use a paper clip, but you could also use a pointy stick if you want, not your pencil. So I opened up the paper clip, and you can carve into it. Now it might be kind of hard to see me carving into it from far away, but up close you can kind of see me. Oh, let it focus. You can see where I scratched into it. So that's graffito. And then there is color pencil. Let me go grab one because I thought I had one. So color pencil, you could also do this one with marker. I'm going to put a layer of color pencil underneath of it. And then I'm going to take my oil pastel and color over it. So again, you can do this with marker, but you don't want a dark marker underneath a light oil pastel. And then what you could do is scratch into it. And what will happen is you'll be able to start to see the color pencil showing through. So you'll have two different colors. Let me choose a slightly darker color and I'll show up more. So let's see, I did orange, so let's mix some red in there too, I guess. Right now I'm layering it. So you can see a little bit of the color pencil underneath of it. So the next one is highlights and shadows. So highlights and shadows involve using black and white, and it's basically you're making tints and shades. So in order to make a tint, it is a color plus white, and it makes the color lighter. So I'm going to do some blue over here and make it go all the way across just so you can see what a tint looks like. And let me grab my white. Oh, I keep grabbing other colors that they look so close. Here's my white. Sometimes you have to peel off the paper. Make sure you put that in the trash. And I'm going to put some white on here. And you can see how my blue looks lighter. So blue plus white is a tint, and it makes a light blue. I could also do blue plus black. So right here is blue, and then I'm going to mix a little bit of black with it. Black is a strong color, so I might go over it a second time with the blue again, and it makes a darker color, a shade. So a color plus black is a shade. And then of course you can mix your colors, you can layer them, you can put two colors together, or you can actually try to mix it. So if I was to mix red and yellow together, you get orange. And if I mix blue, which is a very strong color, so you don't want to press too hard with that one, and red together, you get a violet. And then if I mix blue, again, strong color, so don't press hard because you don't want it to take over, and yellow together, I get a green. And then if you mix two complements together, like a blue and an orange, complements are opposite on the color wheel, blue and orange, you get brown, which is just an alternative to using the actual brown oil pastel because it makes a slightly different color brown. So these are some oil pastel techniques that you can try. You can also try layering them and putting multiple colors on top of each other and see what you end up with. Have fun!